hey,
what is going on in his head?
Just air it all out on the internet.
It's a podcast. What is it for?
Welcome to the Plan B podcast.
This is a bunch of bullshit. Like,
You're so dramatic.
I was like,
dude, I just got fucking bear sprains. What do you drink?
White Claw.
Ugh.
You give REI realness.
No.
I think we should just address the elephant in the room.
Wait,
That you fucking suck in the morning.
Wait, are we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like a running start.
Okay.
I don't watch podcasts. I don't know how they
I
go.
think be like, hi, welcome to the Plan B pod.
I don't like it.
How do we start this?
I don't know.
Is this just how we started? We don't know how to start this?
I think it's a good start.
Okay. Today we're here with Vinnie. I don't know why I'm introducing it like that. It's both of our podcasts.
This is a together thing now.
It's not even just me.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Brooke has a partner in crime now. There's so many people that, friends of mine, I'll air it out, particularly Sam, has said before, let's start a podcast. I'm like, dude, no. I want to start a podcast.
I threw it out there and you're like, yeah. And I was like, are you
I think
being
it's
for
a fun
real?
idea.
And then we just never did anything with it.
And you were trying to fucking wait.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you were like...
You've been fucking dramatic all morning.
Okay, well, I wasn't even planning on doing this today. We just hung out last night.
You were complaining at like fucking... Let me see a timestamp of when you were fucking complaining. Go on with what you were saying.
We weren't even like planning on doing this today. And then Vinny was like, let's just shoot the podcast tomorrow. And Dom, who's here, he had his camera with him. And we hadn't even like taken pictures or anything to like promote the podcast.
You were complaining at 11:30 that it was too early.
Well, you wanted to do this at 9. And I was drinking last night. And I was like, there ain't no way in hell.
You have a problem.
There's no
you have
way.
A drinking problem.
I don't drink anymore.
I think you should be honest on the podcast.
No,
Brooke has a drinking problem.
I don't drink anymore.
And is pregnant.
I don't drink anymore. I literally don't drink anymore because I work on the weekends now normally. So that...
You were drinking yesterday.
Yeah, because it's
Don't
Labor Day weekend.
Sober, don't claim sober.
I'm not sober, but I don't drink very much anymore. So I had like 4 White Claws and I woke up with like a pounding headache. And I was like, I can't do this.
I had one and I was feeling silly.
Because you don't drink that much either. We both... Because we'd be working. We're just like, no, there's no time to like... There's no time... But neither you or I drink very much. So I feel like it takes like 2 White Claws and we're like on the floor.
I was like, there was a second I was drunk yesterday.
Really?
1 White Claw in.
From 1?
Yeah.
I had
I'm
like 4 and I like literally was like in bed like
you have
spinning.
a problem.
Oh my God.
Sorry, we can't go on with that bit. Brooke doesn't have a problem.
No, I don't.
Are pregnant though, right?
Yeah.
Have you told them?
No.
How far along?
12 months.
Could you imagine?
That would be horrible. That would literally be horrible. Like...
I think you'd be fine.
No, dude.
I think you're in my list of top 5 people that shouldn't have a kid right now, though.
I'm too busy. I couldn't like take adequate care of a child. Why are we talking about this?
Because you're pregnant. You're having a kid.
We have to address the elephant in the room. How do we know each other? Because you just kind of started popping up in my videos and people are like, who is this? Also, so many people... so many people think that you're my brother. They're like, your brother like lost so much weight. And I'm like, what? And they're like, your brother, like, he lost so much weight. And I was like, who are you talking about? I was like, my brothers look the same for, like, years. Because, like, in my old videos, like, you were a lot bigger than you are now.
What can I say? Now I'm a skinny
And
king.
I'm like, no, that's Vinny. And they think you're my brother.
That's sick. We're basically siblings.
Yeah, pretty much.
Twins. How do we know each other? I bullied you. Has this ever been addressed in a video?
No.
Okay.
Should we talk about it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I was friends. If people have watched my videos for a long time, they probably will pick up who I'm even talking about.
Okay.
You had to be like around like early on, but I was friends with she who will not be named. So you were friends with her.
Yeah, we were.
Like kind of. And then we like, I don't know. I talked about this in one of my videos. There was these thing called Spodies. You just like showed up to like parks and like partied in high school.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't drink. I didn't have a sip of alcohol until I was 21 years old.
Okay. Is that how we're getting down? We're just lying on the podcast? Okay.
I'm not lying. But anyway,
Same.
You just like came up to me and you're like, we're friends now. And I was like, okay. And I didn't have a lot of friends.
Now we're here.
And then...
Nothing happened
you left
in between.
me for your woman.
Okay. Dude.
Okay,
this narrative is not true.
It is true. It is true. Let's talk about it. Like, it literally is true. You did say this, and I will die on this
I did
hill.
not say... Okay, I just don't talk like that.
But you've changed so much from when you were like 16, 17. Like, you...
As humans should.
I know. I'm not the same person. I was like, if I still was, I'd probably be dead right now.
Pretty similar.
But they...
Still just annoying. Hard to hang out with.
You...
I didn't. Okay, and go on. I didn't say my woman.
You did though.
No, I
you
didn't.
did. No. Okay. So then Vinny was like talking to this girl. Then they weren't like really dating or whatever, but there was some beef between us. It was really a miscommunication. I didn't know this girl very much, but
what
like,
did you do?
I thought she was talking to my best friend's man, so I told my best friend, and I was like,
Please
hey.
note you just said man, so you would be the type to say woman for the record.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
get what
no,
you're
yeah,
saying,
so you're okay. Cool.
No, but you did say that.
No, I didn't, dude. That's a you thing.
She was talking about best friend's man, so I went up to her and I was like, "Yo, this girl's talking to like your guy." Like, they weren't dating yet, but I was like, "You should be careful because I don't know if you're the only girl that like he's talking to." And
which was true, right?
yes, because she showed me Snapchats. Like I saw physical proof in front of my own eyeballs that she was talking to him, and I was like, "Hey." So I told her, and she obviously got mad at the guy and was like, "Why are you talking to another girl?" And he was like, "What the F are you talking about?" So he went to your woman and was like, "Hey,
Once
knock
again,
it off
dude,
and
I
stop
wouldn't
telling
say
people
that.
that like we're talking." And she was like, "Who told you that?" And then it all circled
Brooke
back to me.
Sadie.
And instead of contacting me like a normal human being, she got on social media and started tearing down my YouTube channel, like tweeting it and being like, "This is the worst video I've ever seen in my fucking life. This is the worst. Like, you should just fucking kill yourself."
Which is extra funny. Like, I don't, like no one was doing it. Like it was cool that you were doing something.
No
at that
one
time.
was doing
so it's
social
so funny
media.
that people.
Everyone wants to do social media now, but I was doing it when it was like uncool. And she literally like tweeted like all my videos and was like, "This is horrible." And then all these random kids in Seattle were like, "This is so bad. Like, she's embarrassing herself. Like, what is she even doing?" And then you like weren't. I was like, "Vinny, why aren't you sticking up for me? Like, you know this girl very well." And you're like, "I can't. That's my woman." Okay. You're like, "I'm not gonna pick sides. That's my woman." And I was like, "Oh, so I see what type of friend you are." And I cut you off. And we didn't talk for
so
years.
Dramatic, dude. You were just being dramatic.
We didn't talk for years. Like, I was like, "You know what? Fuck this dude. I don't really have any like reason to be your friend anymore." And then I went away for college, and then you like randomly hit me up one time. I think it was like my sophomore year when I came home, and you're like, "Hey, how have you been?" And I was like, "Who the fuck?"
Nice.
And then you're like, "Do you want to hang out?" And I was like, really nervous. I was like, why
were you nervous? Like I was gonna fucking
beat me up?
hit you? Like,
fucking jump me?
insane thought.
I don't know. I was so scared till we hung out, and it was like completely normal. And then you became like one of my
What did
best
we
friends.
do?
I think we just got food.
Classic.
We used to literally just meet up, not either one of our houses. We would meet up at your dad's old house, and then because it was like
It was
equidistant
central.
between us, and then we would just like get food and sit in the car and just listen
Just
to music,
chat.
just nothing.
Just do what we're doing now.
Remember when we went to 7-Eleven and we bought the cherry blue e-cigarette?
Oh my god, dude. The fucking e-cigarette era was fucked.
Yeah. I don't
I'm so
smoke
glad
at
I stopped
all, and like
vaping.
I didn't even smoke at that time, but like for some reason something possessed us to just go to 7-Eleven and buy that thing. It was horrible. Our lungs hurt. Neither of us smoked at that time, and we were like coughing in my car, and we're like, "This is good. This is good."
Yeah, why did we do that? And that was
don't-
our gateway into like a fucking.
Well, because we were underage, we couldn't go anywhere.
That was our gateway into a wild nicotine addiction.
I don't have one.
You did.
I did.
I do.
You,
Why didn't we just smoke cigarettes?
I don't, because we were like 19, and we were like, cherries, and it was horrible. It was so
Dude, that
gross.
fucking sucked.
But yeah, that's how we became friends, and then we would just hang out, and then I would like periodically go back to school. But Vinny was like my only friend that was like doing like creative stuff, so I feel like we just quickly got along well, because everybody else I knew was like not into that kind of world. You were like making music, I was doing
Damn, there
YouTube
was a long
videos.
ass gap. We weren't friends. That's weird to think about.
For years. It was like 5 years we were not friends. What
Should I
were we
fake my
talking
death?
about last night? Because we were watching a car crash compilation on
Ooh,
YouTube.
dude, your first one.
Yeah, I'd never seen one.
Man,
Vinny
I love a
introduced me
car
to the
crash
world
comp.
of car crash
This is
compilations.
my second podcast. I was on a podcast and I talked about car crash comps. It was a music podcast. I talked about car
Why?
crash comps for like 30
Why?
minutes. They're so good.
Why?
It's like a rush.
Yeah, I was like, why are we watching this? And then I understood a little bit. It was kind of lit.
You were into it. Don't act
Yeah,
like...
because it was on YouTube, so it wasn't like anybody was like dying, but they were just like, oh
There was,
my
like, one.
god. Yeah, there was one that was a little sus.
There was like two. There's two that I was like, oh. Sometimes that's when it catches you off guard and I'm like, whoa, this is too much.
Yeah,
I didn't sign up for death.
that's true.
I wanted to see some little... I like the ones where cars like drive through houses.
What?
We didn't get any of those last night. When a car comes like flying around a corner and like fucking blows through a garage door, those are the one that gives me fanny flutters.
Oh.
That's my favorite genre.
I like the car chase where
I've never seen some shit like that.
Yeah, where like the cops were going after him and he just kept side swiping. Then he
That was fucking
carjacked somebody
insane.
and then he kept going.
The dude who was like
and then
announcing
the dog
that, too.
got him in the end. Like the canine unit like
dude,
attacked
that was
him.
sick. That was like everything I could hope for in like a watching experience. I felt every emotion I wanted to feel watching something.
Have you ever seen a car chase?
IRL?
Like in person? Yeah, IRL. I've seen one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
We were driving from Chicago to South Bend to go to like the Notre Dame game, and you have to go through all those like tolls on like the Indiana toll road.
Never been.
And there was like a car that was like just blowing through all of the tolls, because we would get to the next toll and you know the arm that you have to pay, and then it like opens up like leaving a parking garage. The arm
I didn't
was
know
just
those were real.
busted off. Like, they just like drove through them, and then
I'm glad we skipped over that.
What?
Nothing. I don't want to repeat it. Anyway, arm was blown off.
They just kept driving through, and then we would like get to the next like toll, and I was like, well, they blew through this one. We like saw it drive by us, and then we saw like the broken tolls, and then we finally got to the point where the car was like on the side of the road like smoking, and there were like cop cars behind it, and then it was in like a ditch that was like wooded, like there was like trees and shit, so like I'm pretty sure he got out of the car and started running.
I wonder who's running for.
But we didn't
Sometimes
see that
I'd be
part.
thinking like when I got pulled over the other day and I was like, should I evade? Never worth it. I didn't get a ticket anyway, so.
Yeah. I always wonder, like we were talking about that, like imagine like the thrill.
Your car is speedy too.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure all those cop cars are like souped up to be like really fast. Like they're like,
I don't know if it'd be faster than your car.
I don't know.
Are you a good driver though?
I'm not a good driver. I definitely like.
I feel like you're a better driver than people I know that say they're good drivers.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not out here being like I'm the best driver ever. I'm also not good in like stress. Like I've had.
Yeah, you're super bad under pressure.
I have like
just fucking crumble.
I had like a semi truck sideswipe me like right at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, I remember that, dude. Oh, dude, you were dramatic about it too. That really put you out of commission for like 7 days.
Because the semi truck didn't see me, and they were trying to merge over to the right, and I was in the furthest right lane, and the only thing to the right of me was just like concrete. So I was like, it's either gonna squish me, like I can't go to the left because I will just run into the semi. I can't go to the right because I'm just gonna run into this wall. And it just started going, so I started blaring my horn, and it like scraped the side of my car, and it took off my mirror. And then
did you get a check for that?
No, right? I pulled over assuming that this person just hit me. They're gonna pull over, and they kept driving. It was a hit and run. And I like pull over.
I'd have been out of the car like, oh, my neck.
I started bawling because I was just like, what just happened? Because I also
any bit of stress, you're crying.
I could have. My car was not like it totaled or anything like that. It was fully capable of continuing to drive. Like a normal person under pressure would have realized that the semi truck's not pulling over, like speed up and go get the plates, because I didn't read the plates. I didn't do anything.
But you just fucking fell apart.
I just pulled it over and started bawling. I called my mom. I was like, I just got into an accident.
Oh
like,
my god.
Oh my god. And they were like, are you okay? Are you okay? And it really wasn't that serious of an accident. It just scared the hell out of me. But then because we were during COVID and I have a German car, they were like, we're not getting any of the parts like shipped. So I didn't have a car.
Didn't you get like a rental? You had that fucking
the blue
gumball blue car.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit sucked, dude.
Oh, boohoo! It was still worked. It was my car. It was just like
dude.
blue gumball.
That was ugly. I would never.
It was.
I would actually probably rather have gotten smashed by that semi and fucking died 40 hours later on the side of the road.
Fiery death.
Yeah, and I would have rather just like bled out on the side of the road than be in that fucking stupid car ever again.
Oh, it was literally
just like it's still like way nicer than my car.
I took you and Derek to Amine in that car. I remember.
Oh yeah, dude.
But I was like, I didn't have my car for months because they couldn't get me parts, and I just was like, well, and all I was doing was just going to Panda Express.
Right. I think you called me after you called your mom.
Yeah.
And it was like an order of like who you call.
Well, because like everyone else wasn't here. This was during COVID, and I knew you were home, and I was like, I did a lot during COVID because that's like when my YouTube channel started picking up. So I was like, it's grind time. But everyone I was talking to was just like, you were
on crazy grind time
because I wasn't sleeping.
Oh yeah, we FaceTime a lot too.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't have any of my equipment to like make music at home at that time, so I really wasn't doing shit. Yeah. I really missed out. Just getting paid to be.
You didn't have any of your equipment to make music?
Not anything I have now.
What's the craziest song that you've made that you haven't put out?
Oh shit. Damn, there's some good ones.
No, that you like hate.
Oh, that I fucking hate?
Yeah. What's like the worst song you made that you haven't put out?
Oh my god. There's one called dude, I don't even want to say the name, bro. It's so whack. It was like this the second song I made with Jake. It was called like, I know exactly what it's called, dude. I don't want to say it.
No, say it.
It was called it was called Make a Bag.
Makeup bag or
No,
make a bag?
Make a Bag.
Oh.
And it was so fucking corny. And at the time I was like,
Were you like hardcore rapping in it, or was it just like the stuff you make now?
it was definitely rappier than what I make now, but I was like, I want to make a song like probably
Suicide
like Travis
Boys.
Scott
Oh
or
my
something. Just so fucking dumb, and it sucks, dude. That song no one will ever hear that song ever.
I'm definitely gonna hear it eventually.
There's literally no way.
Do you even have it still?
Certainly.
Oh.
Well, you will never hear it.
Come on, I'll show you some of my embarrassing YouTube videos. If you show me
I
some
can
of
just
the
go
worst
on your
songs.
channel anytime and
No,
watch all of the embarrassing
bad
ones.
ones
Like
are
the last one,
privated.
all of them are embarrassing. Alicia said no, though. My agent Hefner said no.
Oh, no shit.
Which seems like, I don't know why. I've consistently done the most work for REI, and they don't care.
Yeah.
I had to do swimwear for REI.
What?
Yeah, there's pictures of me in
Okay.
like little fucking
Skinny legend.
Dude, I was in like
They put you in a
little,
Speedo?
I fucking wish. No, I was in these like little Patagonia shorts. It was crazy. Then like the fucking stylist like hiked them up. She gave me like a wedgie. She like pulled the shorts into my fucking butthole, and I was like, dude, crushed my nuts. And then I had to stand there
What
shirtless in
shoots
front
are
of a bunch
you?
of strangers.
What the hell? Mine have been like very tame. I did like
It was tame, but you're
bridal
acting like I
shoot.
just got filmed getting fucked.
I mean, they did pull your pants up.
They don't yank you around.
Yo-
Have you done REI before?
No.
Oh, they like the.
Do I look
stylist-
like an REI? No.
Do I?
Yeah. You give REI realness.
No, no, I fucking don't look like an REI model. What is that?
No. What was the drunkest you've ever been?
I think recently. Before that, there's one memory in particular. I was at the Bluff, and I was like, I don't know, I was so drunk. I don't remember what it's called. The fucking frat people be doing it. Like, take like a half gallon of water and then like dump half it out, and then put like
Mio?
a fifth into it, and
Yeah.
like Mio. What's that
What
called?
is that called? Borg? Yeah.
Yeah, that. I was
Borg.
doing that. That shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's deadly.
That's gross. I had like a sip of Borg one time in college, and I was like, y'all really be drinking this?
I mean, it's just like it's just like Mio. You don't taste it.
It's gross though. This is like the idea. I don't know. Ew.
I mean, what do you drink?
White Claw.
Ugh. I was drinking Borg, and there's a video of me. I don't remember anything leading up to it. There's a video of me at the Bluff on all fours, just like projectile vomiting, and then digging through my vomit and picking out chewing tobacco pouches and putting them back in my mouth after I threw them up. Isn't that fucking
That is
foul?
disgusting.
And then let's move on, because that's the old me. Changed.
Oh my god. Yeah, you like barely drink now, and you're like, yeah, I like threw up and was like picking up chunks of my vomit and put it back in my mouth.
I wasn't eating my vomit. Don't make that narrative. Glad
I'm
that's
trying to think
clear.
like the
I was gonna say,
drunkest
what's drunk
I've
as
ever
you've been? You're never like messy drunk. I guess I'm not either.
No, there's probably like 2 times. One time was a long time ago. My parents were out of town, and my cousins were staying with me. My cousins are a lot older than me, and they're not like that much older than me, but they're like 30, and I'm like 23, so like a good chunk.
Yeah.
And so they came and they like babysat me and my brother, and I say babysat like we were really young. I was not that young when this happened, but
You definitely didn't need a babysitter.
no, they just came to like hang out. That's why my parents were gone, and I
like ensured Jack didn't burn the house.
it was
down.
more of I think Jack, because
Yeah.
I didn't really want to like watch Jack, and my cousins were like, okay, we'll come, because Jack was still really young. I think he was like 12ish.
Yeah.
But they bought me, sorry for outing you guys, they bought me a bottle of, I like literally even just saying this makes my skin crawl. It was a bottle of passion fruit Sky vodka, and it was I don't know what demon possessed me, but I almost drank the entire bottle myself. And I had a friend with me, and I literally drank the whole bottle almost to myself. And I was like, I never black out. I blacked out probably 2 times my entire life, because I just get scared and I like don't want to do that. Completely blacked out, start vomiting in the sink. I had the nastiest, like gnarliest hangover, I think, for like 2-3 days. My parents came home, and I was like, I gotta act natural. But I was like, I felt horrible.
Oh, dude.
And then I like couldn't eat anything, which was like not making it better at all. And
I feel
then
like everyone has like a fruity flavored vodka story.
yeah, that you just can't ever
When I
touch
was in
again.
high school, I used to really like this like root beer vodka.
What? That sounds kind of good.
Right.
That sounds
It-
kinda
that's what I'm
good.
saying. It tastes like a root beer float.
That sounds so good. No, I feel like everybody's was like Svedka, like the strawberry lemonade one. It's just like no. Yeah, you say that and people are like, oh hell dude. No. The pink and yellow bottle,
like platinum in general.
Yeah,
the plastic half gallon.
I remember there was like a tiny, like probably one shot left in that like passion fruit sky bottle, and I just gave it to somebody at school. I was like, here, just get this away from me. Yeah.
You brought a fifth of vodka to Holy Names. That's insane.
This didn't happen in high school. I was a little.
Oh right, no, because you was in college. Because Jack was 12 when you were in college.
You can do the math. But worst relationship you've been in?
Yo, fuck.
The internet knows mine. I have a restraining order against mine. Oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's get off the topic you just asked me. Let's talk about your fucking restraining order.
All right, only stalker update that I'm gonna give. I'm not gonna make a YouTube video about this. I don't really want to. I'm kind of done doing this series on my channel. I'm just like,
yeah, it's probably draining.
I just don't want to talk about it, so I'll just talk about it on this now. No, he literally tried to petition. Did I tell you this? He went to the court and was trying to petition to have the restraining order removed. I got a letter in the mail. I was in Mexico. I get a letter in the mail when I come back from Mexico. And it says that like, hey,
what is going on in his head?
That's what he, well,
like, you're just going to like, okay it and be like, yep, let's fuck.
It's a 25-year long restraining order. He tried to get rid of it within like the first 3 years and they rejected it. But I get this letter in the fucking mail that they're like, you have to show up to court because like he's petitioning to have it removed. So like you have to tell us like why you feel it shouldn't be removed. The day of the court date was the day that I opened the letter, and the court date was at 9 a.m. It was like 2 p.m. So I missed it. And I was like, holy shit. So now I'm having to like call my lawyer, call the courts, like trying to figure out what happened at this court thing, if it even happened. Cause I was like, there's no way that they like had the court date with me not there. I wasn't even aware that this was a thing. And so luckily, like, I guess he showed up. I didn't show up. He tried saying that he couldn't get a job because of the restraining order, and like he was having a hard time getting employed. He couldn't leave the country. Like he's from Canada, and he's like, I can't go back to Canada with this restraining. I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit. First of all, you're a Canadian citizen. You can go back there. You can go back. Like they want you to go back probably, then be here.
They don't want you here, dude.
And also, like, the restraining order doesn't pop up on your record unless you're like charged with violating it, and then all those charges got dropped. So
he's fucking fine.
I'm like, he just was saying a bunch of bullshit. I truthfully believe he was doing it so that he didn't have any like consequences if he did contact me. And he was trying to be like, oh, I can't get a job. And I'm like, yeah, literally, I'm glad I didn't show up.
Like, you would lock eyes and everything would just be like,
I'd wear a mask and like sunglasses, to be completely honest. I wouldn't even give him the satisfaction of being able to see my face.
That would be sick. And I'd go with you. That'd be fun.
You'd be my bodyguard?
Yeah.
No, but he literally tried to get rid of it. The court was like, LOL, no. So.
That's exactly what the judge said. Lol.
Lol, no. He's such a fucking weirdo.
Weird. Is that your worst relationship?
Yeah. The second one, the other relationship I was in, I'll just air it all out on the internet.
It's a podcast. What it's for? For you, not for me. I want to stay a closed book.
I honestly, like, was it a good relationship? No. Do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I still was like dealing with like issues from the first relationship, and I was like going through the whole like petitioning for a restraining order. Yeah. Like that
dude looked like a fucking tool.
He was a little bit. He was a little arrogant
I could tell.
and full of himself.
Everyone could tell.
But yeah, and most people like knew this. But like he truthfully at the core like wasn't a bad person. We just had nothing in common. Like literally nothing in common. But he was there for me when I was going through like all of the restraining order stuff, and it like obviously not the best way of dealing with like a breakup, but just kind of like dating another person.
It was like an extreme ass rebound.
Yeah, like it wasn't even a rebound. I just needed somebody else to like occupy that part of my brain that wasn't
it's like
literally
what a rebound is.
Okay, you're right. I guess. But I had this conversation and I said he was a rebound, and then people were like, a rebound does not last a fucking year. Because we did it for a year. I think it does. I just was a little bit like, I was emotionally invested in it, but truthfully at the end of the day,
you could be emotionally invested in a rebound, but it is what it is.
I knew it was not going to last very long. Thankfully, he also cut it off probably when it was like the right time to get cut off. I do not have the balls with anything to like end relationships. I can't fucking do it. But he just, and like nothing really bad happened. We just were like not getting along, had nothing in common. Really, we're not spending time together at all anymore. And it was like, I didn't have the balls to say it, but he was like, what is the point here?
Yeah, and you were like, right, thank you.
No, I started crying because I was like,
you're so dramatic.
I was like,
dude.
I don't get dumped.
You fucking would start. I can't stand you sometimes, bro.
Bitch,
you
who dumps me? Who dumps me?
You would start crying, dude.
I didn't start crying in the room.
That's like your natural response to maybe everything.
Well, because we were in an argument, so I thought he was coming over to like apologize. That's always my brain. I'm like, they're gonna like beg for me to come back and like apologize. He came in the room and he was like, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. Like, I don't think we should like be together anymore. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
I had not even prepared for that at all. He was kind of a douchebag in the end, to be completely honest. My parents gave him like a $300 Uber like gift card for Christmas. I don't think he said thank you ever.
That's insane.
$300 in Uber
Your
credit,
family
and he didn't
invited me
even
to
say
Thanksgiving
thank you.
once, and I feel forever in debt to them.
My parents, like, if I'm friends with somebody or I'm dating somebody, they like take them in, and they're like,
so sick.
If Brooke likes them, then they're obviously a good person.
Yeah, shout out to
and
your
so
parents.
they like every person that I've dated, even the ones that they didn't like, they were like, well, you know what, they're part of like our family now.
Yeah.
And so they would give them birthday gifts, like Christmas presents. He never said thank you ever.
That's
ever.
Insane. That's not even just like being a douche. That's just like bad
Human
manners.
decency.
Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
But
dude, you give crazy.
I do give crazy sometimes.
If I don't respond in like 10 minutes, like, what the fuck are you doing?
This is
spam
true.
calling me.
This is true. I don't spam call you.
I spam call you. You spam text.
Remember when you spam text me too? Remember when you sent me that horse picture like 500 times
That
and it
shit
like
was
shut
hilarious.
off my phone?
That shit was funny. Was it fuck your phone up?
Yes, you sent it like
dude.
literally like 100 times and my phone like wouldn't
Can we put
do
the horse
anything.
picture on the screen for anyone watching on YouTube?
Yeah, if you're watching the YouTube video, we'll put the horse
This
picture
right
up
here,
there.
dude.
If you go through our text, like if you click the media and you scroll down,
Fuck,
it's all
dude.
horses.
If I try and open the
It's
media in our
all
text, I don't think I've
horses.
ever deleted our text. It's like my phone starts slowing down.
You have that awful
so
photo
fucking funny.
of me, you know, with the flash.
You look so fucking dumb. What is that picture from?
I
And
just
why
sent
is
you
the
a
quality
Snapchat.
crazy bad?
Because it was a long time ago.
Dude, it looks like you
iPhone
sent it
6
on
go
like a
crazy.
fucking breadstick, dude. It's like there's like it's like 7 pixels and you're like,
It is really bad.
that's a crazy picture.
You would send that one to me all the time, and then the horseman photo.
Dude, the horse one's hella funny to me. Some things just be hitting my funny bone right. That's one of them though.
Yeah, and you always send them to me.
Dude, you get
I also sent you the Pep with the Dick all the time.
That was crazy. That's a way different level. You were just sending me a picture at face value. You were just sending me a picture of a dick. A lot.
Yeah, basically.
No, that's all it was, and it had Peppa Pig's face on it. And you would send it so much. It was like your rebuttal to the horse picture. But yours was just a penis, which is way different. Mine is a horse enjoying a view.
You're like trying to justify it.
Mine makes sense, dude, because mine is like, I don't know, mine provokes thought.
What are you fucking talking about?
You don't feel like that ever?
No. That photo provokes no thought.
And see, that's
That
how
photo
I know
gives,
you're
like,
dumb,
back
dude. That's how I
rooms.
know. No. You got it twisted. I've called
Graduated.
you crazy maybe 30 times in this past talk.
I
My
am
bad.
a little bit I mean,
I'm
I
glad
think
you know.
anybody that starts talking to a camera when they're 13 years old and posting it to the internet has a little
That's
bit
fair.
has some screws on loose.
Yeah.
Like at the time that I was doing it, when it wasn't like a cool
Do you think you're
thing to do.
narcissistic in pursuit? Like, do you think you have to be narcissistic to pursue YouTube?
No, because like I think yes, there are. I think you can like kind of spot it. People that are doing it for like the money and the fame, and then people are doing it because like they genuinely enjoy being creative. And I feel like now
I feel like you just like making content.
yeah, like I feel like when I was doing it, it wasn't like a narcissistic thing because there was.
But
not
do you think
a
you
lot
have
of,
like narcissistic traits or tendencies?
I
Because
think
I definitely do. Like pursuing
sometimes.
music, like I talk about it, dude. I was talking about this with Sammy. I think I'm not a narcissist, but definitely have like narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah, because I feel like narcissists don't like have empathy for other people, and they kind of just like
Dude, I'm
blow
such an
over
empath.
anybody. Yeah, and like I would never like screw somebody over. I mean, to a certain
No.
degree, sometimes I do on my videos. Like I sell story times, but at least I conceal details that I'm like I'm not gonna ruin somebody's life. But like I will talk my shit on the internet.
Yeah.
But I won't ever put names in. I don't like call people out on the internet. I don't like try to be too messy. Like I just talk about things that happen.
Dude,
to
if
me.
I had your platform, I'd be messy, bro.
It'll probably be out by the time that this is out, but my story time that I'm editing right now that's almost done, that'll go up this week, is messy. I wanted to talk about that for like 5 years and I couldn't because I I wasn't friends with her anymore, but we went to school at college together. I would see her, and I was like, this is gonna be hella awkward if I just see this girl out at bars and there's a video sitting on my channel of me running my mouth about her.
Dude, you're not be running on YouTube. I love it.
But it's probably the most like unfiltered I've been on like my opinion of somebody on my YouTube channel. Like my other ones, I'm like, yeah, this happened and like it sucked, but like we're like cool now. I was full like, fuck that bitch in that video, and I was watching it
back. That's the Brooke
like,
I know. That's the Brooke. That's the Brooke that me and that Brooke just like sit in the car. We just be talking shit.
Yeah, I feel like I'm slowly getting more comfortable with just
that's
like.
That's what the podcast is for us to just be shitty.
This is more of like my real personality than like my YouTube. My YouTube is not scripted, but it definitely like I try to
like shit you like can and can't do.
Well, because I feel like my audience is really young. That I hope like with this that people that watch this are more like in our age range.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not like if you're little you can still watch it. We're not going to be like talking about insane shit, but
we might be.
We might.
Who's to say? But I feel like if you get exposed to that, like I don't know, if you're on the internet, you're gonna see shit anyway.
No, literally, like scrolling on TikTok, you have no
beheadings?
Control of like what you see. There's no beheadings on TikTok.
Not on TikTok, but Run the Gauntlet though.
That doesn't exist anymore. We were talking about this. Does anybody?
You could definitely find a Run the Gauntlet-esque software on fucking Reddit.
Have you ever been on the dark web?
Yes.
Really?
Dude, I went through a crazy dark web phase, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we'd sit in like me and my cousin and Derek would sit on Discord, and my cousin was nice at the dark web navigating, and he would just like screen share and just like run through stuff. It was crazy.
What?
We saw like a dark web confessional. It was crazy.
Really?
It was fucked up. Everything we saw though was pretty tame because you gotta dig, and you have to have like onion links to like get or whatever the fuck they're called to get to like everything, and like otherwise you're just going to like blank 404 shit, and it's like but
you have to know like direct links to go to anything,
and you can go on Reddit and like find them, but we just found like markets like selling I saw like a market like selling humans, and then we called it a night, and then we never went back.
I never saw any of that.
Yeah, we definitely saw like hella drugs and guns and stuff for sale.
I just saw all of that. It was like fake passports and drugs and like guns and stuff. The reason I knew how to get on the dark web, I literally got taught how to do it in a class at school. Our teacher literally.
What grade?
I was a cybersecurity minor, so I took a cybersecurity class.
That's like pretty fair.
And he literally explained how to get on. He didn't show us, but he explained it like in depth. Like you download this, like this browser, and then like you go here, blah 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 blah. Yeah, Tor, and he's like, then you go to like the Onion or whatever the hell. I don't even like remember how. But I remember that was the time of that class that I took the most notes my entire life. Oh yeah,
that shit was probably hella fun.
I was writing that shit down because I was like, I'm gonna go on the dark web later. I'm gonna figure it out. And I like got back to my dorm room and I got on my computer and I looked at my roommate. I go, do you want to go on the dark web?
Oh, you felt like a hacker?
Yeah.
All the lights were off and you're like.
My roommate was like, the hell? And I was like, no, come here. So I like get on it and I was like, wow. I didn't see very much because I was like scared. But
yeah, it's kind of scary because also like I feel like anything you're like hoping to see is like definitely like as soon as you see it you're like, oh okay.
Yeah,
that's how I felt.
I just saw drugs and like fake IDs, and
you
I was like,
don't want to see it,
lit.
but you're like, damn, imagine if I saw like a red room and someone like dying. But like,
apparently
imagine you
those
see
aren't
that.
real. Somebody said that like that's just like made up shit that people.
I guess I wouldn't know. Yeah, I've never been in one.
I've never been in one.
That sounded like I was lying. Like I've never been in one.
Yeah. Remember you got pepper sprayed?
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
Vinny literally got hate crimes
by some white bitch in some Maserati.
Yeah,
dude, we're like, me and Jake are backing up our car, and this Maserati behind us is like laying on his horn, and we're on the hill, like parking is tight, but it was not. We weren't even close. Jake has like a backup camera. I'm like, bro, you're good. Laying on his horn, and like me and Jake are like down to get shitty. So I'm like, what the fuck? I turn around. I'm like, what are you honking at? Open our doors, get out. We like look back at the car. Whatever, go in the store. We're getting milk for Macy because I think I was like early in her pregnancy and she had like a crazy milk craving.
Yeah.
Just hilarious. She went through, dude, her hot chip craving was fire for me though because it lasted 2 days. And then I'd go to the studio and there's just hella like Cheetos. And we're getting milk for May. We go in the store, come back out, and the dude's still sitting there and his shit's hella tinted, but we still kind of see him. He's like staring at us. We're like, what the fuck? So me and Jake like walk around the car to see what's up. And then the dude gets out of the car and starts talking his shit, like trying to fight. I'm like, oh yeah, like let's run it. Like I'm down. This dude's like yelling, saying some crazy shit. Me and Jake are like, what the fuck? And then this dude pulls out a can of bear spray and like aims it at us.
Yeah, it was like police grade, like
crazy
pepper
shit.
spray.
And we're like, what the fuck? Still talking our shit because I'm like, this dude's not gonna fucking bear spray us broad daylight. Dude, like we're like still talking shit, like walking towards the car type shit. So he slams his door shut. I'm like, yeah, you're a bitch. And then starts driving off, rolls down his window, whips out the bear spray. No, not the passenger window rolls down, and he's got this little like tiny little white girl in the car.
Yeah, she was
and I'm like
driving.
staring at her, and she just hangs the shit out the window. I was taking a video because like this fucking white dude was just trying to like bear spray us on some weird shit. Like rolls down the window, and then this like little thing that looks like 13 years old hangs out the bear spray like so close and just fucking gets me, dude, like straight in the eyes. That was fucked up.
I know, you sent me I think you called me and I didn't answer, and then you just sent me a video and you're like, ow, ow, ow.
That shit was
my
funny.
eyes. You're like, I just got pepper sprayed. And I was like, what?
That was like after the bear spray had like
on?
worn off. Me and Jake were like sitting there like freaking out. We're both like, what the fuck? Because dude got Jake a little bit too. We're chilling, like we're standing there. I'm like holding on this thing. Jake can kind of see, so he like grabs me. He takes me to this bike rack thing. I'm like holding on it. I'm so glad we just bought milk. He's like pouring milk in my face. There's like crackheads around us. This dude came up to me. He was like, do you have any shards for sale? I was like, I'm not selling you meth, dude. I just got fucking bear sprayed. Like, what is the...
Seattle,
I guess it's not much
nutshell.
of a thought process because bro's just trying to find meth. Like, respect, dude. Try and find your ting. But I'm like, bro, what makes you think I'm going to be like grabbing my eyes and be like, oh yeah, like let me dig around in my pocket and just like sell you some meth? Like, fucking Christ, dude. But then afterwards, me and Jake just stopped and just started like crying, laughing. We were like, dude, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my god, it was like broad daylight too in like Capitol Hill.
Yeah, dude, my clothes were hella spicy after.
But I was gonna ask you worst breakup that you had, and you had a whole, not a breakup story. But it was like a story.
Honestly, my worst breakup is probably
something happened recently, right?
that was we were just
the girl bitched you
that
out.
wasn't even a breakup. That was like my ex-girlfriend who we broke up and like are fine. We're not like, I'm not the type, I don't want to be like friends with my ex for whatever reason, but like I am like down, I'm like cordial.
Yeah.
Like there's no point, I don't find a point in like having bad blood for no reason.
Yeah.
But
I be loving bad blood.
yeah, you live for some drama, dude. I'm like, yeah, like if I see my ex-girlfriends, it's like never, it's not like weird.
Yeah.
It's like whatever, shit just didn't work out. Unless it was like really bad. But my last ex-girlfriend's friend, I'm like, our friend groups are like kind of not mixed in, but like the dudes I hang out with some of the girls in her friends group. So like sometimes like we'll overlap and I'll see her friends. I haven't like bumped into her, but I'll see her friends and like I'm still cool with all of her friends. And I went to ABBA night at the Crocodile, which already not my scene, not where I need to be, but AK really wanted to go. And he's like, bro, like don't make me go alone. And I was like, okay. So me and Dom went to ABBA night with AK.
Yeah.
Which was fun as fuck, actually. So I'm hating on it, but I had a good time until we like pull up, we start drinking. I'm like, I need to be drunk if I need to be in this building. This is crazy in here. And then so we're drinking, having a good time. I'm getting dancy with AK. And then like one of my ex's friends is like on stage reaching for Dom. So like flirting with Dom, kind of like, come on stage with me. And then she's like smiling, laughing, and turns her head and looks at me. Smile just drops. And I didn't know there was anything weird because I've been with her friends for most of the night. I'm with her friends and my friends. Like we've all just been hanging out. Smile drops and she just stares at me for a second and looks at me and says, I fucking despise you. And I was like,
what?
First off, dramatic ass terminology. Don't say despise in real life, you fucking dweeb.
That's so dramatic.
Gets off the
I'm
stage.
dramatic, but like I don't even
so
think
dramatic.
I would even pull that.
Gets off stage, starts like yelling at me, like talking so much shit. She's like, you're the reason your ex fucking hates me. And I'm like, she doesn't even hate you. You guys are friends now. She didn't like you for a spell of time when we were dating. And like, I had nothing to do with that. She just didn't like you. And also like, you know how my ex is like, a dude is not changing her mind about anything. She's just like, yeah, I don't like this person. And I'm like her boyfriend. And I'm like, oh yeah, it sounds like you don't like that person. You should not hang out with her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you're the reason she doesn't like me, blah, blah, blah. And then just starts like trying to pick me apart. She's like, fuck you, your music fucking sucks, like your outfit's so ugly, why are you even here, like my friends don't like you, you're fat, I fucking hate you. And I'm like, whoa, dude. But then like in the midst of all this,
she went for blood.
I'm like, also calling me fat, I'm like, you think I'm like,
that's a low
you think,
blow.
like, you think I don't know, like what is,
no, because
you
you're
think
not.
This is news to me? I'm like, okay,
you've lost so much weight that I feel like that's just like a low blow to like go after somebody's like insecurity, because like you lost how much weight did you lose?
Dude, at my heaviest I weighed 397 pounds. I have like on like a doctor sheet.
Yeah.
And right now I weigh like I just weighed myself the other day. I weighed 226.
Yeah. Because you be in the gym a bunch and like you look hella different. So I feel like people that like you went through like a noticeable weight loss to go for somebody's weight that has obviously lost a shit ton of weight.
Yeah,
that
I'm like
is
still working at it. I'm like, but I'm also just like, I don't care. Like I'm not tripping. Like
well, you have a thick skin, but I feel like for most people that would like
I'm
really
like
hurt
perfectly
them.
comfortable in the body I'm in. Like I'm trying to change it because I want to, but like if it stayed like this, that's fine. But also like your music sucks. Like, if you don't like it, I understand. Like, I make like
that's
pop.
your opinion.
It's like not everyone's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but like it is definitely not like objectively speaking, it's like good. It's just like well made.
That's how I feel about my YouTube videos. People be like, "Oh, I don't watch it. Like, I don't really like YouTube videos." And I'm like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
But like, if you come up to me like your videos suck, I'm
It's
like,
no,
they clearly don't, because I
Yeah.
had 300,000 people that subscribed.
Yeah,
to
and
it.
they're just like,
But,
it's like at least respectable. You don't have to like it, but don't be like,
No.
your music sucks. But like
Your
none of
videos
that
are
shit actually
shit.
hurt my feelings, because she's saying all this and I'm standing next to Dom, and me and Dom, like, my mouth is open because I'm also like, I thought we were fine. My mouth is open, and me and Dom look at each other, and I start like, I uncontrollably laughing because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then she goes up to AK and she's like, why are you friends with Vinny? He fucking sucks. And then just reiterates what she just said to me. She's like, he's fat. Why are you friends with him? His music sucks.
Oh, that's the reason. Like,
Yeah,
you
and
can't be friends
as
with
if
fat
AK
people.
is gonna be like,
What?
oh yeah, like you're right. Yeah, no, I don't want to be friends with that guy, dude. It was fucking crazy, bro. And then like she walks away, and her friends are like, dude, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, yeah, like no, it's chill. Like she's just like hammered and feels some type of way about something that happened. That's fair. Like I'm not like mad at her at all. It's like,
You're too nice.
Don't want her
like,
to be like upset.
Fuck you and fuck
And
your
she
friend.
like walks away, and I'm like, y'all should go like help her. She's like crying over in the bar now. And so they go, like one of them goes and helps her. Comes back, she's like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. That was like all so uncalled for. I don't know. She's hammered. I'm like, dude, it's totally chill. And then she walks back by again, like fine now, and then looks at me and just immediately right back into it. And I'm like, all right, dude, like I don't even want to be at Abba that bad. I'm like gonna leave so your friends
now
can
I'm
have
getting
fun.
verbally assaulted.
Like I was having a good time, but I was like, I'm not like, I don't want to be here bad enough to fuck up someone else's good time who like clearly wants to be here. So I was like, I'm gonna dip.
Yeah.
And then I left. And then my
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend texted me and was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like,
What in the world? I'll say this for the next time, so people actually like, I'll drop this and we'll probably end it. But I almost got into a really bad like bar fight my senior year of college. Like some girl came up on me doing like I fucking hate you, like da da da, call me the C word and all this stuff. And I was like, yo, I was
do you not say cunt?
no, I don't like that word. It's like it's dirty. Like it's just like it's like
Say it once.
no,
Please.
I don't be saying that.
Dude, just to polish off the podcast.
No, I don't say that word because like it's just I'll say probably like most things, but like it's hard. Like if somebody calls me that, like that's like fighting words.
Yeah, to say it to someone's face is crazy.
And she was on some like serious shit, like not like, oh, like you're giving. She literally out of nowhere. There's like a whole backstory, like miscommunication. She thought I did some like crazy shit, but I was literally just sitting alone at like a table with my drink. Because I think I got like overstimulated at the bar. No, I got like overstimulated, so I sat down at like a table for.
You're
a quick
at the bar
second.
by yourself, like.
No, my friends were there. They were in the
back.
bathroom, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit down for a second. I was sitting on my phone. Literally comes up like behind me and just starts going off, and I was like, what is going on? And I thought, I was like, do I swing? This was pre-nose job that I was like, I know I'm getting this shit fixed in a couple months.
Yeah, like, feel free to hit
like
me
she
in the
breaks
nose.
my nose, like I don't care.
Chillin'.
It'll be done. Like, but I also, it was my senior year, I had taken like my senior year pics and stuff. I was like, how effed up do I want to be in these? But no, there's a whole backstory, but I'll save that for the next episode. But anyway, okay, that's probably the end of the first episode of the Plan B pod.
I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. I had the best time of my life.
We've been talking about doing this
so
for a
exciting
while.
for so long.
Yeah.
And you were trying to fucking push it back another week. I was not
did.
going to commit to that.
I was like, I don't really want to.
You're being fucking dramatic. You've been dramatic all day. I'm sick of
But
you.
I showed up in my PJs, no makeup, and I'm here.
And it's time for you to fucking get out of my apartment.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.